Howdy folks, Kathy Williams-Devries here for another edition of the daily vlog from the webcam. In response to a question, this is being recorded off my webcam, not my regular handy cam, so the picture and sound are naturally not going to sound as good, but this is a vlog. There's no clarinet playing on it, and also I can record directly to YouTube via the webcam, whereas any video I make first has to be rendered and then uploaded, which takes several hours. I didn't get anything done yesterday. Wasn't a good day. Today is a little bit better, though it still did take a little while to get going. I actually wasn't on the computer at all yesterday. I tend to use mainly my iPhone and my iPad. So I didn't record anything yesterday. I'm still trying to get going, having finished my assignment last week. Although I managed to get some reading done on Monday for my class, my online class, and managed to contribute to the discussion board. I actually discussed some Australian clarinet music. I started with Sculthorpe's Earth Cry. I played that as a member of the Australian Youth Orchestra in 1996 when we toured Europe and America. We actually did stop in at the Olympics. I didn't see any events. We didn't play at any events, but there was a musical Olympics going on at the same time, and I played for that. And it was interesting listening to it again. It's amazing how much of it I remembered, especially the ostinato in the lower strings, which was taken up by the brass later on in the piece. Then I looked at Dream Tracks by Sculthorpe. It was actually recorded by my teacher Floyd Williams, and I had the chance to record it late in my degree. I can't remember if it was my second last year or my last year. So it was interesting revisiting that. I've also recorded the Margaret Sutherland Clarinet Sonata. I did that for a few competitions, recorded it for ABC Classic FM back in '99. I do have a partial recording of it. For some reason I managed to delete part of the tape, so if I can manage to salvage the rest of it, I will publish it here on YouTube. It's quite a lovely piece. There's also another piece I've recorded, performed and competed with, which is Le Tombeau de Ravel by Arthur Benjamin. If anyone was at the Clarinet Fest in 2000, I came second in that young artist competition playing that piece. Really, really hard piece. And then there was Brophy, Twist. Jerry Brophy is a local Queensland composer. And Twist is quite an interesting little piece. It's based on a motif around sort of D, G sharp, A sharp, D sharp, C sharp, and it's got no bar lines and no time signature, so you've got to put your own in to make any sense of it. Then there's a piece by Ross Edwards which I haven't played but would like to play, called Ulpira. I've heard it on recorder, E-flat clarinet and soprano saxophone. There's actually a very reasonable recording of it on soprano saxophone here on YouTube. It'll be in my history if you look at that. So there's quite a lot of good clarinet music written. Of course, there's Stephen Cronin as well. He's at my local conservatorium. I haven't played any of Betty B's stuff, but I am subscribed to her YouTube channel. So there's lots of interesting pieces for clarinet by Australian composers. Although I wouldn't think that the Sutherland and the Benjamin were all that distinctly Australian. There's also Percy Granger. I've played a number of his works for Wind Symphony. Again, he's in more of the style of the motherland than distinctly Australian. But it's good that we are studying Australian music in the subject I'm doing. So yeah, that's really, we're also doing stuff like cage and boulez and that sort of thing as well, you know, experimental music. I've heard Cage's piano works, you know, for prepared piano a long time ago, but I still remember them. So I think I've chatted enough. Whether I decide to do some practice today or not, we'll see how it goes. It's another warm one here in Queensland. Still had no rain though. We need some rain desperately. So I've chatted enough. If anyone does have solo clarinet works that are quite accessible, I really don't want to be recording stuff with quarter tones and squeaks and squeals. I do prefer the neoclassical style, which is why I record those pieces. You don't hear me recording anything with, you know, quarter tones and stuff in it, simply because I don't like it. But if you have some solo clarinet stuff, I mean, I've recorded all of the Rosé etudes, and I recorded a piece by Andrea Ferrante, Chalouk. You should look that up. It's not meant to be a Freudian slip. You should look it up. I managed to put it to some very nice footage of Cedar Creek Falls. So that's enough from me today. Coming to you from the webcam. All of my clarinet performances will come via my Handycam, which, even though takes a lot longer to render and then upload, is better quality. So that's enough for me today. Thanks for listening. Bye for now.